Welcome to Terry's Diverse Horizons, a place where we explore faith, history, culture, and the big questions with honesty, wit, and sometimes a dose of uncomfortable truth. 2,000 years ago, in a dusty corner of the Roman Empire, a Jewish carpenter's son stepped into history and never stepped out. Loved by millions, questioned by scholars, rejected by authorities, and still debated today. This is not a fairy tale. This is not mythology. This is Jesus of Nazareth, and the family that shaped the most influential life ever lived. Who was Jesus? Historically speaking, Jesus was a first-century Jewish preacher living under Roman occupation. That much is agreed upon by Christian, Jewish, and even Roman sources. But Christianity makes a much bigger claim. Jesus wasn't just teaching truth, he was the truth. He spoke with authority, challenged religious hypocrisy, defended the poor, embarrassed elites, and refused to play political games. Unsurprisingly, that combination didn't make him popular with those in power. Rome saw him as a threat. Religious leaders saw him as a problem. His followers saw him as the Messiah. 2. Mary, the mother. Mary wasn't royalty. She wasn't wealthy. She wasn't politically connected. She was a young Jewish woman from Nazareth, an unimpressive town with an unimpressive reputation. And yet, Christianity claims she carried the most extraordinary responsibility in history. Her pregnancy raised eyebrows, her obedience required courage, and her life was marked by both wonder and sorrow. Mary didn't fully understand everything, but she trusted God anyway. That's faith without filters. At 3. Joseph, the silent guardian. Joseph rarely speaks in Scripture, but his actions shout. A carpenter, a working man, a man who chose responsibility over reputation. He raised a child who wasn't biologically his and never demanded credit. Joseph protected Mary, taught Jesus a trade, and then quietly faded from the story. No sermons, no spotlight, just duty. History remembers loud men. Faith remembers faithful ones. At 4. Brothers, sisters, and skepticism. Yes, Jesus had siblings. Real ones. Brothers named James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas, plus sisters whose names history forgot. Here's the uncomfortable detail. They didn't believe in him at first. Imagine growing up with someone who claims to be sent by God. Skepticism wasn't rebellion, it was human. But one brother, James, changed his mind dramatically. He became a leader in the early church and was eventually unalived for his faith. People don't die for what they know is a lie, especially not siblings. 5. The execution and the claim. Jesus was publicly executed by crucifixion, Rome's most humiliating punishment. His followers scattered. Hope seemed finished. But Christianity doesn't end at the cross. It begins at the empty tomb. The claim? Jesus rose from the dead, not symbolically, not spiritually, physically. That single claim reshaped history, calendars, morality, and civilizations. Jesus didn't arrive through emperors or armies, but through a family, a quiet mother, a faithful guardian, doubting siblings, ordinary people. Christianity claims God entered history not through power, but through humility. That claim still challenges the world, because if it's true, everything changes. Thanks for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe, and always stay humble.